your diet, your lifestyle, your stress level, your mental health.
So I'm just going to say this one time because I refuse to stay in a scarcity mindset. But I need people to understand, like, you had to go through reality before you can get to where I am and how I'm thinking and how I can be calm. First, you have to understand that what she is saying is so accurate. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. The economy is crashing. Things are changing, and it's going to affect you in so many ways, no matter what your socioeconomic status is. There are people that's going to become millionaires, and there are people who are going to be unalived. It is literally survival of the fittest. It is literally survival of the fittest. What she is saying about the healthcare system is, if there is no, people cannot afford their medicine, if you rely on medication, you are at risk of being unalived. If you need mental health medication to keep you sane enough to not hurt people or to be able to be on your job, and you don't have that medication anymore, how are you going to support yourself? If you drink and smoke and you're extremely overweight and you're sickly, how are you going to survive this? Put the vices down, pick up some water, walk, jog, run, work out, get ready. This is not a, there's a war outside and you're on the losing end. The lifestyle that you've been used to with the resources that help, if you have been using assistance to survive, you may have to find a new alternative or a new way of living, because things are going to be different now. This also applies for corporations. They have been getting government assistance and things like that, and things are changing. You have to be prepared. What are you going to do if the power goes out? What are you going to do if none of these assistant programs come back? What are you going to do when there's mass layoffs in the beginning of next year? Because if you guys don't have money to give to the corporations, they have no money to stay open, and when they close, the people who are working there are going to be laid off. So what are you going to do when you have a bunch of people that's laid off on top of the people we already have laid off? That's going to be catastrophic. And no one's preparing for this. How are you going to entertain your children? Children need entertainment. They need support. They need love. They need to be able to play. I would suggest buying the things that you need. Buy books, buy resources, stock your house fully. Buy the games that the kids like to play. Buy the things, not the stuff that's like mindless stuff, but stuff that you can, the small children, you can entertain them, or movie night, find a way to do a projection or something. Stop spending money. Do not participate in the holiday. You can't afford it. You can't afford it. And I'm not saying it like, oh, I make this amount or I make that amount. You can't afford it because you can't afford it based on what's coming. It's better to be safe than sorry, because you don't want to spend the last of your resources, your money or whatever you have in December, and then in January, everything's shut down. Everything is not available. There's mass layoffs and you're screwed. Scale back. Scale back and save what you can. Put money where you can make it grow and where it can be safe, and scale back. If you're hanging with people and they're cowards, let them go. This war that's coming, you need a ride or die. You need somebody that ain't scared to stand tall. Them cowards gonna cost you, because that's a person who's gonna be eating food that you can't afford to give them. I'm sorry to say that, but think of military. It is what it is. Okay? You need to cut off the people who don't get how the world works. The people that's still begging. The people that's looking for handouts. The people that don't want to work in a team. Y'all gonna have to start partnering up. It's time for y'all to become couples to get married, because you're gonna need help. It's you're gonna have to cut the losers. All that you hanging with somebody, being with somebody for because you just got time and you feel like you wasted. You got to cut that out. This is survival of the fittest now. And if you know you have great survival skills and the person next to you doesn't, gotta make that call. Gotta make that call, baby. This is about to get real. This is not a drill. And I'm saying this, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I just need you to understand what's happening out here, and it's better to be safe than sorry. You can still live a good life. And if you're strategic and you're smart, you can come out of this a millionaire. But if you're just slow and you're not understanding how this works, and you think you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again, or things are going to stay the same, and you're foolish about it, baby, you're going to be left behind. Left behind, left for dead, left for unaliving, however you want to do it. Like, look at me. Anybody who knows me know I always get my nails done. Dewanda always has her nails done, honey. Okay? Scaling back. I don't know what's on the other side, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. Scale back. Scale the freak back. Stop buying a bunch of stop buying a bunch of consumer items that you do not need, which is not helping your life. Buy the things that you need to survive. Find the people who will survive. Everybody ain't gonna make it. And it's not, even if it's not like life or death, it's going to be financially. Financially, everyone is not going to make it. Prepare yourself. What she's saying, that's in the health industry. That's going to hit all industries. I don't care where you work, you're at risk. That's the whole point of all this. It's about taking you out. Can you survive it or not? And it's happening in the beginning of winter. Winter is coming. So are you going to keep buying junk you don't need, or are you going to get prepared for winter? Godspeed. I love y'all.